everyone wants to be a content creator. There's no problem with that. Yeah.
Can we all say that online is not real life? So I know time is not on our side, so I'm going to try to get through the questions as quick as possible. But please, tell everybody who you are and exactly what you do. And I'm going to make it a bit fun as well. Describe your relationship with social media in one word. Let's start with you, Chris. Go on.
Toxic.
Toxic, but okay, and we already know who you are. You're the big boss, so that's all right. Doctor, please.
So my name is Dr. Rembi Mutenga. I'm a medical doctor and also someone who's pivoting into health tech. So we're going to have a chat about this app building a little bit later. And my relationship with social media right now is stable.
Oh, that's a good word. I like that word.
I like that one. Hi, everyone. I'm Jenny. I'm a forensic occupational therapist. I'm also a speaker, and I host workshops around mental health. And the word I would choose is evolving.
Okay, that's nice.
Hi guys, my name is Benzo, formerly known on TikTok as Benzo the First. My relationship on social media, I'll say, it's good, you know. I'll say twin. Twin, that's my app. TikTok, that's my app still, twin.
Okay, cool. All right, so we got that. I'm Pricilla. No, I'm joking, I don't need to do mine. Okay, guys, so let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about social media. What are some of the challenges you have seen on social media? And obviously, we're seeing it from different aspects. We've got you that's actually an advocate. We have you from a creative side. Are there any pressures you've seen? Is there anything you've observed that you're thinking, this has been the root of some of the mental health that we're seeing out there?
I would say that it's too much. So even when, for example, for me, when I'm trying to take my breaks, and I'm trying to distance myself from social media, it's around us, it's everywhere. Even in my job as well, like on LinkedIn, social media's involved in that. So I would say with social media, I've got a love and hate relationship with it. I love it for the fact that it's presented so many opportunities for me, but at the same time, I've seen the effects it's had on my mental health, my friends, the people that I work with as well. And we're not supposed to be seeing so much of everything. You know, that's not normal. I would say that's the one.
I'll say conforming to social norm. I feel like that changes every 2 days.
Right.
Like when it comes to, from what I've seen, for women, I'll say hairstyles, fashion, looks. It just changes every 2 days, and I feel like it's so confusing for people who are just trying to live a regular life. Or like, I feel like social media is too much, especially when it comes to comments, likes, followers. I feel like everyone's life is based around social media. People don't want to, go outside and touch grass and do things that, that you just really want to do, you want to explore. I feel like everyone wants to be a content creator. There's no problem with that, but I feel like people don't know what it comes with. So they're just jumping in head on, and then they see, the repercussions of actually social media, and they don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
So now they result in, in a negative, what's the word? English is not my first language.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, negative expression. So
negative expression.
Yeah, so it just adds on, it just builds up to.
Are there any ways that you kind of manage social media or any of the pressures that are out there, like as you said, with like conforming or pressures of delivering?
Me, I take everything with a pinch of salt. Especially like you were saying, user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That guy, he's probably in Scotland somewhere just chatting rubbish. He's not putting money in my pocket. He's not doing nothing for me. At the end of the day, it's me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's me. So what I do will make a difference. What he's doing is not going to do anything for me, to be honest. And it depends on like different upbringing as well. Like my parents always used to screw into me, like, be yourself.
Yeah.
Be your own person. Just having that everyone has a different mental capacity. So with me, it's better to navigate online.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So one, I know my audience, so I know what they like, I know what they do.
Don't
so
like.
in terms of any backlash or anything, I haven't received that much.
And one thing is, online is not real life.
It's not real life. Yeah.
Can we all say that online is not real life?
Online is not real life.
Thank you. Dr. Ruby, I want to come to you real quick. So you're going into health tech. So obviously Gallery Creators is an amazing app. Have you seen any other innovations that you think are going to now support mental health, or how can you see that developing?
Absolutely. To go back to the previous question, and I'll come back, is I'm working in psychiatry at the moment, and you hear a lot. I know you guys here use social media for a purpose, but a lot of you are siblings, your parents. You hear all these news about someone's daughter saw a YouTube video or something on TikTok about how to end their lives. These things are happening. So definitely safeguard your well-being on social media as well as that of your family if you can. So that's the first thing. In terms of the innovations that are coming up, I mean, I'm sure we've all heard of things like Sleepio, there's companies like BetterHelp. Lots of companies are leveraging technology, leveraging telehealth to try and help us with our mental health. And I find, maybe it's the part of social media that I'm on, but my TikTok has constantly got better health ads. Is that just me?
Yeah, me too. My everything. Better help, better help.
So those are the innovations that I've seen so far.
No, amazing. And Chris, obviously you are a pharmacist, now a CEO, now a creative. From that side of things, someone that's more in corporate, what are kind of the effects of social media on your day-to-day life or in your work life, or some of the challenges with mental health?
I just want to touch on how social media is not real. It's not real life. But a lot of people today are associating social media with reality. It's not real. And that's what's affecting people's mental health. I can only speak for myself. I don't know how other people take social media. But me personally, I was never really raised to look at other people online and implement it to my life. So I'm good. I can be on social media and not really let it affect me. But my issue is how it affects other people. And it's not good.
No, I hear it.
Yeah, what I would say is guard your mental health in your life. If there's a file, forget your phone, put mental health in your pocket and run with it. Because there's no saving. It's the only one that you can save your mental health. Like it's something to cherish. There's a lot of people that go through things online and it's based on comments. And I feel like once you cherish that, guide it with your life, like guard it, hold it tight. Because like people don't know you and they don't care for you online. Especially for people that are trying to put their personality out there, they can switch on you just like this. We see it all the time on social media. Especially my incident, what was it? That place, what is it called? Eden.
Yeah.
No, to be honest, like to share this, like for a week I was bamboozled, like I was in my own thing, like I didn't feel good about it, you know? And like for a week I didn't post. I felt like it did something to me, like it made me feel some type of way, like just to see myself in that negative light and just, you know, what happened. I was like, raw, social media, like you see the comments, it's starting to get to you. Like I don't really take in comments like that or have any type of negative comments, but just seeing that, it really affected me and I was thinking, raw. I was gonna not even cancel social media, but I was like, I'm gonna leave that app, to be honest. I thought, I built something up, you know, from the ground up with just being me. It's just a fault. Don't let that fault define you, if that makes sense.
That's beautiful.
But luckily enough, I was able to lay that foundation on making people laugh in general. So that one mistake didn't define my whole comedy or my entertainment online. So I was able to pick myself up real quickly and just come back as if nothing happened.
Yeah, you're more than one.
Because people are expecting you to, you know, people are too inner, people are too in your business, so they want you to, you know, say something or address something. If you just act as if nothing has happened, they're going to act as if nothing has happened. I came back as Michael Jackson the next day. Everyone forgot about that situation, you get me?
Yeah, no, that's nice. Thanks for sharing that.
Appreciate it.
Can I add to that as well? In terms of people making, because you're so visible on social media, and hopefully you guys, if you're creating for that purpose, will also be visible, people create parasocial relationships with you. They're so invested in you. So if you do something that is not that deep, they feel, the whole world has ended, everyone's disappointed. And exactly like you shared, just moving on, like, it's not that deep, nothing ever happened. And bearing that in mind, especially if you're starting out and putting yourself on social media, that people will start to create relationships with you that you don't necessarily have with them.
No, definitely.
100%.
I want to get back into the app a bit more, Chris. So obviously this is all about fostering connections, and we know the reasons why you've created it and why you've taken away the likes. But how do you hope this will change the way creatives interact and grow?
I just feel like creatives are going to be more willing to post content and not have to worry about external noise. I feel like nowadays, and we can all be honest, Back in the day, we can just post a picture and post a video at any time. Now on TikTok, you're trying to catch algorithms. You're posting at 7 p.m. You're not posting on Friday. You're posting on Instagram on Sunday because you know these are the days where your content is going to get pushed. It shouldn't be like that. You don't need to worry about likes. Your content is good. Your content is more than good. I started TikTok a little over a year and a half ago. Not as big as Benzo, but we got a couple followers on there. I can make a minute video. If you know CapCut, you know how long you're scrolling on that thing trying to make sure that your video is perfect. By the time you post it on TikTok, you put your phone down because you don't want to look at your phone when you've posted your video just so it doesn't curse it, that you don't get, small views. Come back after an hour, bro, I've got 200 views over a video that I spent 2 hours editing, and then I delete it. That's 2 hours of my life gone. I want creatives to realize that your work is not defined by what other people tell you your work is, by likes and views. Your work is good. Just pull it out there, and good opportunities are going to come for you.
Yeah, man. Oh, round of applause. So, Jenny and Doctor, how do you think, I'm going to read this off because I want this to be correct, okay? From a mental health perspective, how can platforms like Gallery Creatives create a healthier space online for creatives? And why would you encourage it?
So I think, first of all, like removing some of those extra things, for example, on Instagram, where you can, dislike, or you can, not dislike, but you can comment and things like that is really good. And also the fact that you stripped it back as well. I think with social media at the moment, like I said at the start, there's so much going on, you're trying to keep up with so much, and that also leads up to misinformation as well. I can't tell you the amount of times I've spoken to clients who have said, oh, I've done this because Miss X123 said this on TikTok or on Instagram. I'm like, but they're not a professional. They're not, you have to take it with a pinch of salt. Somebody said it earlier on as well. So I think apps who are able to strip it back and just be more intentional about how they want their audience to feel and what the purpose is, I think that's really important.
Yeah.
I think your values, what your values are is really important, and the well-being of your users on the platform being one of the core values, I think is really, really important. And I would say as long as you keep that in mind as you grow and you search growth, because once you bring investors in and such, they're like, we want the comments, because, so it's just staying true to the core of your values. I think that's important.
Yeah,
definitely.
Benzo, I'm going to come back to you as an active creator. So what do you think a platform like Gallery Creatives, with no likes and the metrics just taken away, stripped back, what impact do you think this is going to have on creative freedom?
I was even going to say freedom, I feel like it's a game changer. You don't have to worry about views, likes, comments. It's just putting your work out there and being appreciated for the time, the effort you put in. Like, same for me, like trying to catch the algorithm. There's times I've deleted a post and tried to upload it 3 times a day, and it's still done 2 views, and I'm like, yo, people are not appreciating what's going on. Have I fallen off and all this? You ain't got to worry about that one for
Do
this
you
app.
think that it will have like more of an impact on what people actually create and what actually people put out there?
I feel like people will be more thoughtful. They won't decide to follow trends. It will be, pure purpose and pure, dedication in their craft and whatnot. Right now, everyone's just following trend and following fashion. Be your own person, like, pave that way. You make yourself a trend, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, I've got one last question for you guys all, and it's going to be fun. Sorry, I know I could keep talking to you guys, but we are short on time. So, we've all set up our profiles, right?
Yeah.
What would be your first Gallery Creatives post?
Tonight, that will be mine. I'll post a picture of today.
Yeah.
If you need a panel speaker, hit me up. If you need, women's health or medical something at your event, like Darnell, who has already hit me up, that will be my first post.
Jenny?
Ooh, I really like motivational quotes, and I'll probably post something that's, motivational, encouraging, and that's kind of like the type of profiles that I like to see. So I like to curate, my own, what I view, and hopefully that can be attracted back to me. So I think that would be the first post.
Me?
Yeah. What would be your first post?
If I'm not dressing up as MJ, then I'm trying to get into like events, so I want to expand my game show. Yeah, I want to expand my game show, make sure it's all inclusive for everyone. Where people, 3 hours of fun, entertainment, take your mind away from the stress you're having at home and whatnot, and just come have a laugh. That's what we'll be doing.
Chris, what would you put up?
If I were creative, part of the 7 categories, I'll post a picture of a door, and it will have a man wearing a TikTok sign, a man wearing an Instagram sign, and a Snapchat sign, and me opening the door
The
for
same.
them to leave.
Be gone. So there we have it. We have Chris, we have Dr. Ruby, we have Jenny, and we have Benzo. Please make some noise for them. Woo! Can I get 2 questions at the back? Am I able to get 2 questions? Do we have time for that? Can I get a thumbs up? Yeah? Okay. We're going to have 2 questions. Who would like to ask a question? This is to anyone on the panel. Do we have any questions? Oh, we got a question. Oh, we got 2 here. So we got 1 and right there. And then you gentlemen behind. Perfect.
Hello. This question is for Chris. How do you verify the authenticity of a person's creative profile? For example, how do you know if a post is legit or not, since there's no comment section?
Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, the app is 90% ready. That last 10%, we've implemented a verification system. So you have to scan your ID to be able to become a verified user. That's also how we're going to protect users as well. So if you're not going to a creative who is verified, you'll get a verified tick when you are verified. That's how you separate a verified person and a non-verified person. That's not to say that a non-verified person isn't legit, but let's all be mindful, do you know what I mean? Go with verified users. So we're going to have a verification system as well.
Perfect. And just the gentleman behind you.
Hi. How are you gonna kind of expand this? Because I love the idea, but it's I'm thinking you have pretty big competitors. So what's your idea to expand?
Definitely. So we've started out with obviously the 7 key creatives. One of my goals is to really expand this across different areas. So I want to have a media division that will be where you find all your singers, all your rappers. I didn't want to implement all those media people, singers and rappers, instrument players on this platform, because I feel like the 7 key creatives that I have now is just perfect. This is their own little platform. But I want to expand to media, so it will be like a talent finder. So I just see it I see nowadays rappers and singers, it will be a way for them to collaborate. Oh, I see this person's good at singing. You can literally search for a singer. Oh, I might need a rapper on my latest song that's coming out. Who am I going to choose? Go to the Gallery Creators Media Division, search for rappers. There's going to be a lot of rubbish people, but you'll find a good person. So I want to extend to media, then I want to extend to sports. I know there's a lot of people who do scouting, but nowadays everything's online. So, if you've got your people that are still trying to become footballers, I hope no one's still trying. It's too late now, but you'll be able to go online, find a footballer, you're looking for a center defensive mid, there's his highlights, go and scout and bring him to your team. So we want to do sports, we want to do media, and we just want to take it as big as possible. But yeah, there's definitely room for expansion.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for coming out. Again, please download the app, set up your profiles, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your uncle, tell your auntie, tell your god brothers, sisters, everybody, okay? And thank you for coming out. We appreciate you all.